This episode of CU Live is brought to you with support from Stoff's Coffee Roasters. Since 1988, Stoff's has been offering specialty coffee hand-roasted right here in Central Ohio. Stoff's is also a proponent of meaningful community conversations, whether online or in person. Visit their website at stoffs.com for the latest information on their locations, or to order online and enjoy a cup of Stoff's while you watch this episode.
Hi, welcome to CU Live. My name is Walker Evans. I'm the co-founder of ColumbusUnderground.com. Joining me today is Jung Kim, who is the Managing Director of Research and Business Intelligence at One Columbus. Thanks for joining us, Jung.
Yeah, thank you, Walker.
We're talking about none of that stuff right now, though. We're going to do kind of a bit of a fun conversation. We were chatting a little bit in email, and you mentioned that you have a young daughter. Those of us with kids being cooped up at home, keeping them entertained is part of retaining our own sanity. And you mentioned kind of a fun, creative way that you've been playing with your daughter, but also keeping her entertained. You said card games, something that you introduced her to?
Right, so just to give everyone context, my daughter, she's turning 4 soon, so
right.
She's mostly 3 at this
Yes.
time. And, this was in the lockdown phase, right, where even the daycares were closed for 2.5 months. My wife and I, we caved in after about 7 days or 10 days and got Disney Plus. But
Nice.
But besides that, we had to think of other activities besides a screen, right?
Right.
Well, one of the things I did, for better or worse, we'll see in the future, was take out the playing cards and start teaching her some games.
Right.
So the first one was War, which is pretty easy. Which card is higher.
Yep.
And then we started playing Spit. I don't know if everyone knows that game, but a simplified version of Spit for a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And she also learned Solitaire.
Nice.
Because she was actually doing that on the computer first whenever she could grab the screen.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty advanced, though. I mean, Solitaire for a 3-year-old is impressive.
Yeah, at the beginning, for sure, we had to assist her more, but she got the rules pretty quickly. And even with something like Spit, there were times where she would really go on a run with the cards, getting them in the right order without any assistance. So that was pretty amazing to see. And then finally, I taught her poker, 5-card draw, Texas Hold'em. So now you have this 3-year-old saying,
learning poker.
And also saying in her 3-year-old voice, I want to play Texas Hold'em.
That's so great.
So I think I'm going to be that parent in a few years where I get a call from the principal's office about some of these habits.
Your daughter's running backroom poker.
They're gambling with Skittles or M&Ms.
Could come in handy. Well, that's great. Those are fun games. To learn at that sort of young age. But also, there's kind of like the hidden educational component of it. Like you're learning.
That was my justification.
Math and
numbers.
And there's also like the logic and the rationalization and those sorts of things. So you said that was part of your idea behind some of that.
Yeah. Well, primarily to kill time, right?
Well,
keep her occupied, but also something different from seeing stuff on a screen. So she was still learning numbers, higher numbers now, but I think that helped a lot. And the idea of figuring out which one's higher, lower, how do you go sequentially, not just forwards but backwards with a game like Spit.
And it probably feels like less of a chore than like flashcards or something like that. Yeah, where it just feels like you're learning and it's repetition.
Right, and more fun for me too.
Yeah, so. Sure. My kids are a little bit older. They're 10 and 13, and so they're different things that we've been trying to do with them during the quarantine. We had a play set in our backyard, and we finally took that out and replaced it with a trampoline. So they're kind of leveling up for those kinds of things. Have you thought a little bit about what comes next, for your daughter?
Yeah, I don't know about the trampoline. I talked to, you talk with the home insurance companies, and they always ask about the trampoline.
They all come with nets now. They're not like a trampoline from when we were kids. Yeah,
I think
they're safer.
Yeah, but once the weather gets nicer, maybe I don't know if it's soccer or something else outdoorsy like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing now since it's the dead of winter.
Less jumping on the trampoline right now. But we went for the first time up to Snow Trails, which is it's a ski, snowboard, sort of place up near Mansfield, about an hour north. And they do tubing, and so
Oh, wow.
yeah, I mean they had really great COVID safe guidelines. You buy your tickets in advance, so they'll limit the number of people there and keep everyone distanced and stuff. And it's all outdoors as well. But yeah, the kids really liked it. And there were smaller kids there too, probably 4 or 5 years old. But it's not, we don't live in Colorado where the hills are
Right.
like giant mountains. So
Yeah, no, we did a pumpkin patch trip in the fall. I'm kind of looking at Airbnbs, that are tree houses or farm stays, things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So something, hopefully safer, more isolated, and a short distance away.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any family board games that you guys have busted out as well? I usually think of card games and board games kind of going hand in hand. Although 3 is maybe a little young for
Yeah.
Monopoly or
Trivia Pursuit.
Trivial Pursuit. Yeah, the hard stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have any board games on hand. I don't know. Maybe Scrabble might be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll limit it to short words. Right?
Start learning the letters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, yeah. As things start warming up a little bit, we're excited to kind of get back out there. Are you guys, I guess this summer, spending time in like parks, either like in the city or metro parks around the region? Have you guys ventured out at all?
Definitely parks, Schiller Park and German Village, and checking out other options out there.
They're great in the winter too. I mean,
yeah,
a
it
3-year-old
is.
might not want to walk around in the snow, but
No, she's actually fine with
nice.
the cold,
Yeah.
and she loves creating footprints in the snow and playing in the snow. So yeah, that's actually not that much of a barrier. I don't know if it is with your kids. Or,
my kids more, getting them off. They play video games with their friends and like hang out, online. So they're all really connected. So they've been more social, even though it's virtual, than like ever, because they're talking to their friends all the time. But dragging them away from that to come hang out with mom and dad is kind of boring to them sometimes.
Is their schooling all online currently?
Yeah. It's all virtual still. So yeah, but like you said, getting a break from the screen time is really crucial to making sure everyone stays sane.
Yeah.
Kids and parents alike.
Yeah, I can't fathom that because luckily for us, the daycare's opened up in June, and we do have that option to have them at home continuously. Hopefully you and Ann are doing okay.
Yeah. We're knock on wood, we're still okay at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for sharing a little bit about that. We'll definitely include some links to some other, activities in the region that are fun for parents and kids and all of that. So, thanks, Jung.
All right, thanks, Walker.